running around like crazy, trying to get everything, and Squidge.
Squidge is just
hey baby.
Just looking crazy.
Yeah, married life isn't treating us. Can you lean that way? Look, taking up all the frame. Married life clearly isn't treating us well. We have gone to pot already. So yeah. Anyway, I'm packing once again for LA. I'm leaving you. Your wife is leaving you. But before I go tomorrow morning, we thought we would do as a couple, as a married couple. We're going to do a post-wedding Q&A. It was much requested on the wedding videos. So we're going to answer some of your questions about our big day. And let me see where to begin, because I had a hashtag. Hashtag Ask Mike and Flair. What was the first emotion you felt after getting married?
Thank God it's over.
It was 50% relief that it was over because I was 40 minutes late.
Yeah, I thought for a second, they might just shut the whole church down and be like, no, you can't get married.
I didn't realise, and then you start panicking, and we were driving, then we took a wrong turn driving, I was like, oh my god. But no,
I was there on time.
Obviously.
I was early, I was an hour before I was there.
Well, good for you, Mr. Punctual. To be honest, I felt really weird, especially at the beginning, but throughout the whole day, I almost felt like I was watching myself from like above, like having an out-of-body experience. It felt like a dream the whole day.
It's all like blood.
I like floated through it.
It was cool there.
Sorry, that came from Perks of Manizla. And Sarah Loves McFly asks, what was your favourite part of your wedding? That's a hard one.
I would say the moment I turned and looked at you.
Oh, you're so romantic. My favourite part, I think, was the dancing, because it was so much fun. Not the first dance, that was scary. But when the glitter cannon went off, we were like dancing. We had Hey There Delilah.
Someone will ask that
we were dancing exactly like that. Someone might ask that question, but if they don't, we had Hey There Delilah as our first dance, and then after that, we played Hall & Oates, You Make My Dreams Come True, which it's Hall & Oates.
It is Hall & Oates, very
Mike always calls it Hale & Oates because he's dyslexic, but it's Hall & Oates. And it's the song from, if you guys don't know it, from 500 Days of Summer when he dances in the street. So that was really fun.
You Make My Dreams Come True.
And then, indeed, I danced with my dad to Taylor Swift Love Story, which was super cheesy but amazing because we both love it. TMTJP asks, which wedding photo is your favourite one each? I've got about 4 favourites, but I think probably...
Is it bad to have the one of me as my favourite?
No.
Just kidding.
Mike changed his profile picture on Facebook to just him. Not me and him on our wedding day.
But that's because at the time we had it, we only had one photo.
Whatever. My favourite is the one where we're walking back down the aisle, the black and white one. I'll insert it here. So
I think my favourite one's when we're like peeking around the corner of the chapel.
Really? You like that one? Halima Banji asks, is there anything you would have changed about your wedding? Which was perfect, by the way. Thank you.
No.
I've got one thing.
What?
My hair. I really, I loved my hair when I first did it, but because it was so windy, and it was just, the weather was almost just a bit weird, and it was super windy, it got blown around, and the curls kind of fell out, which was a shame for the photos, because it looked amazing, when she first did it and we were in the chapel, and then it went crazy after that. It still looked pretty, but, it didn't stay because it got blown around.
I wouldn't change anything, I think that it was perfect.
We were so lucky with the weather, it was meant to rain. Daisy Patton asks, Mike, what did you think when you saw Fleur walk down the aisle?
Well, there's one thing I thought when I didn't see Fleur walking down the aisle, because I didn't turn around because that's tradition. So
you were like, thank God she's here.
Yeah, to be fair, I had my best man telling me that I had a good one coming down the aisle, and then he also told me to run. There's time still to escape. And then I saw you. It was amazing when I first took a glance at her. I don't know, just happy A that she was there, and B it was kind of special.
We were both just grinning so hard.
Yeah. I don't know, that just a nervous or what, I'm not sure, but it was
so
pretty
fun.
Special there.
Frankie asks, do you feel different now you're married?
I
feel so happy. I thought I would be really sad that it was all over, which I kind of am, but I just feel really happy that we're actually married and that it was such a perfect day, and I don't know, it was just such a wonderful day. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I feel like because we had, I don't know, it just feels like you're a bit tighter, you've got a stronger bond, I think is the way I see it at the moment. But yeah, no, I don't think you feel massively different.
Okay, Robin Holbrook asks, is it a UK thing for the bride to walk in front of the bridesmaids down the aisle? Yes, I have noticed this. In America, they tend to walk in front. I don't know about internationally. Let us know in the comments what is the norm like in your country, because in the UK, usually the bridesmaids, or traditionally the bridesmaids go behind the bride, although sometimes they do go in front. But in the States, I think they go in front.
It's whichever way you want it.
Yeah, whichever way.
Go crazy.
Okay, Helena's tweeting asks, what was the inspiration for the marquee design with the trees and the lights? I loved it, it was beautiful. First of all, thank you, because that was just an image in my head. The trees were actually in the ground, they weren't put in the marquee, they actually live there all the time. And I just thought it would be the most incredible thing to put a marquee over the top of these trees. And so the trees were really the inspiration behind it, and they're actually in a big triangle, so it was perfect. We had a dance floor at the front in the middle, and then all the tables kind of in between. But it was really, really hard work getting everything set up around it. But the marquee company were incredible. A few of the trees got trimmed, but they'll grow back. But it's
in
not like chopped off.
Yeah, 10, 20 years. They'll
but no, it was really just the trees were the inspiration, and I
think
Twilight
is kind of where it came from a little bit, like the
with them
twinkly stars.
dancing. Yeah.
I think that's.
I just love that kind of style of like loads of fairy lights and everything super clean and plain. And we actually had a lot of mirrored stuff as well. All of the vases for the flower arrangements on the tables were all mirrored, and we had mirrored cubes with sofas and stuff. It was all. It was a lot of work the weeks before, wasn't it? And a lot of like IKEA runs and like, but it was good. It was perfect. It literally was exactly how I imagined it in my head before. Like when I had thought that perfect setup, that was it. And it was
good.
Yeah, amazing. Susie Lane Chen asks, do you have anything engraved on your wedding rings? No, we don't. We've both actually got really, really plain wedding rings. If you can see, they're just plain platinum bands. My one's quite thin as well, but Mike's got a really chunky one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted plain ones really, so that you can wear them with whatever and
then you never know, in case you lose it one day, then it's not the end of the world that you haven't got the same engraved one.
Not the end of the world.
You'd still be annoying, down the kitchen sink or something.
Chicken Soup asks, did you cry whilst at the wedding?
The only time, and we both cried in unison, was when Dodge, my best man, raised a toast to
Woof. Oh my goodness,
and
and that's in the pictures as well, you can see us. I didn't cry during the ceremony, I didn't cry afterwards, I didn't cry throughout the whole day, everyone else was crying. And then when Woof was mentioned, I did get a little bit, I didn't shed a tear, but I got a bit teary-eyed.
I shed a tear.
But honestly, it's the funniest thing, because I'm a really emotional person, like, if I get upset about anything in day-to-day life, I will burst into tears. Road rage, if someone shouts at me in a car or like beeps at me, I'll cry. But in these big life moments, like getting married, like when my nieces and nephews were born, no crying. When I left school and everyone was crying, no crying. So weird for me.
Yeah, but then stub your toe crying.
Oh, so yeah, or like getting into a tiny little disagreement crying. And the last question comes from Char Johnson. What was it like when you were announced husband and wife? It was actually really cool.
Pretty cool.
Because everyone clapped
and
we kissed. And it's so awkward that moment, like knowing when to kiss, because you're like...
I just went for it.
You just went in there,
went in there and had a good
smooch. And we were like holding hands as well. I remember one part that I messed up in the ceremony was like I couldn't work out which hand I was meant to be holding, and I was the wrong one, so I had to change.
She failed.
Whoopsie. But yeah, that is our post-wedding Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the continued support of all of our wedding videos. It's really, really awesome. And there will be more wedding content coming up on this channel with Hannah. We're going to keep it running after the wedding, which I know a lot of you guys have been asking if we're going to keep doing it, because obviously our wedding is over. But we definitely are. We're going to do a lot more of the organisational kind of planning, DIY side of things. So if you are getting married, or you're just generally interested in DIY and events planning and things like that, then make sure you come back and check us out. And yes, we will see you guys very soon. Lots of love. Bye.